Hello, people. I hope you are doing great. Welcome to the channel. And yes, today we are going to learn new topic. Before starting with the topic, let me give you an update on Talent Complete Notes. Last week, I just dropped a message that I will be providing this Monday or Wednesday complete notes. But sorry for the delay. Sorry, till now I haven't dropped any notes because first time I'm creating, taken an initiate. So I have created multiple drafts. You will not believe. Let me show you. This is like one of the sample notes. So I have created multiple drafts. Still, I am working on it because before giving it to you, it should be in proper format. Importantly, it should be very easy to read, easy to understand. Okay, and in proper detailed manner. So yeah, it is taking time. Okay, thank you for your patience, and I will try to complete it as soon as possible. Okay, let's get started with today videos. Okay, now I have changed my format of teaching providing the videos because basically earlier I was just randomly using inputs components and just providing you the videos, but now I will be making videos on components that are category wise. Okay, so in this way you will learn like which component exist in which category, so you will prepared for your interviews plus talent certification exam also. So in talent certification exam, if you are aware that this particular component arises from this particular category, then it will be easy to process that requirement also. Okay, so first I have selected file. Okay, because this is the one of the most important category in talent jobs in requirements. So for input, we have four sections: input, output, management, and name pipe. So input and output, I have already created 3 detailed videos. You can go and watch it if you haven't watched till now. Today I'm going to complete this management section. In this management section, if you will see, if anyone is working on talent, they will get to know that these components are most likely to use, like tFile archive, tFileExist, tFileCopy, tFileDelete, tFileList, especially this one, tFileList. Okay, so these are the components that are basically used in every talent job if you are working to manage your files, created files. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Okay, so first my requirement is that my just client or my manager told, yeah, my business told me that this is a directory. Okay, this is a common directory. This is my local system. Every client come or every business come in this particular location, and they drop their required file, input file, and we need to work on that file. Okay, so how, if someone asked in the comment section, how client provide us requirements. So basically, when you will start working, you will get to know there are many agile system like that. So I don't want to include in this video because it will be too long. So my client just dropped these two folders. Now they said, let me just remove one. Okay, they told me that, okay, Anjali, if my detail one file is present in this particular directory, then do one thing: just go in this jobs folder, and whatever files it has, please delete it before starting with the job. Okay, so this is my pre-requirement, pre-job requirement. Okay, so if my file is present in this particular location, then this folder should be empty basically. Okay, so I will do that first. First of all, I want to know whether that my file is present or not, and my file name is very static. So I will go using tFileList. By the name itself, you can understand it is telling you whether a file exists or not. So it only need one parameter, that is your file name. So I just provided my file name here. Okay, if this file is present, then we need to delete, right? So how we apply condition? If this file exists, then only delete. We are applying here if condition. So right click here, go to trigger, and there is a run if. Okay, try to run if. You can do on the component okay also, but if condition is much better option. Now tFileExist, just type control and space and have tFileExist. It has 3 global variable. First one is error message that will throw you sometimes if this component gets failed, then you will get to know with the help of this global variable why might this component got failed. Second one is exist. So it is telling you if you will just see, its type is boolean type, return type is boolean type. So it exists, it will return you true, otherwise it will return you false. All right. Third one is your file name. So it will return you basically file name. So we need to check exist or not. So we are going to use the second one. I'm going to use second one. Okay. If this file is present, what if my requirement was that if this file was not present, then only do further work. So at the starting, I just need to add not sign. So my requirement got changed that if this file is not present in that particular location, then only proceed with my further requirement. Okay, let's do that with first not. Okay, not condition. That Boolean, you can see this is Boolean type. Okay, so it will return true and false, because if condition only return you true and false, then we execute their statement, right? So if it is not present, I have applied not condition here, so it will search. This should, if it is return, okay, if it is there, then it will return you what? If it is not present, then it will return you true, okay? But if it is present, it will return you false. Okay, now tFileDelete. This only needs one thing, like which particular directory folder you need to delete your files. So I want to select this, job open file name. I want to delete this. I can iterate also. Let me iterate. Okay, first let me iterate. That's the way you can use tFileList also. So first of all, tFileList, because jobs folder have multiple files. That's why we need to use tFileList, because whenever we need to operate more than one files, then we need the help of this component. Okay, without this component, you cannot operate more than one component. Okay, now same run if is not present, then only just go to this component. This directory is basically telling you that at which particular directory you want to iterate files. Okay. Now my requirement was that whatever file present in that particular location, delete it, right? So it doesn't matter, it is in Excel, it is in CSV. So I'm going to iterate. Again, file name should be dynamic, then T file list. And see, this is my tFileList 3. So only three global variable we need to use. Otherwise, it will throw you error because all other are deactivated. So current file path. I already told you how to use current file. Why we are using current file path. Okay. Because current file path will give you return complete path, including folder location also. If you are using the other one, that is tFileList 3, this current file, though, then only current file will be returned, but current file path will return you complete folder location also plus file path, file name also. Now I have told it that okay, if this file is not present in this particular location, files location, then only go to this folder and file mask. Okay, if you are not providing anything, then it will consider everything. Okay, it will delete everything. Like if I need to include everything also, either you can leave it blank or star dot star. Okay, 2 star y. First star is for your file name. Star means all. Okay, dot star means all type of extension of file, all file extensions, CSV, XML, whatever is there. Okay, so that's why we include star when we don't want to have a particular file name or particular file extension. So this means all. So let's just run the job and see what will happen here. I applied not condition here, that this should only run if that file is not present, but it was present. That's why it returned you false. Okay. Now let me just remove this file. Okay. I'm just pasting here. Now this have no file. Now file is not present in this particular folder, so it will return you true. See, because I applied there not condition. Now I will change it. Okay, so my file is present. Now in this condition, just right click and I will remove not. So if my file is present, then it will return me true. If my file will be not present, then it will return me false. And in case of true only, my further subjob will run. Okay, so right now this file is present and my job folder have. Okay, let me just copy multiple. No, I haven't copied from there. Okay, so now my job folder should delete. It returned me true because my file was present there and my job folder is empty now. So this is the use of tFileList and tFileDelete and tFileExist. tFileList can be used in various use cases. First of all, right now we didn't have any particular scenario that you need to pick only Excel file or CSV file. That's why we included all star. Okay, so it will include all type of files. Okay, now we'll be seeing further with different scenarios also. So I hope till now this is clear. Okay, now my further condition is that, okay, so let me activate this one. My further requirement is that if this file is present in this particular folder, then please copy this file and paste in this folder, jobs folder. So basically cut, copy and paste. That's why we just empty this folder for our present file. Okay, so that we need to include. So we don't need this now. We can just delete it. Now we need to just copy one file from one location to another location. So in that case, we use tFileCopy component. So whenever you need to copy multiple copy or single copy from one location to another location, then we use tFileCopy. Okay, so like we did for tFileDelete, we can use tFileIterate with tFileCopy also. So if this is present, okay, then tFileCopy. In if condition, I need to apply if it is exist, okay, tFileExist. If it exists, then only copy. File name, I need to provide it dynamic. So tFileExist global variable tFile name. Now, if you see the options of tFileCopy, this is very interesting. First one is destination directory, where you want to copy your file. So in jobs folder, I selected jobs folder. Now, rename. What do you mean by rename? Rename basically means that my source file name is details1. If you want to change your file name in your destination folder, then you can use with the help of this component. Just provide here your file name. Okay. I don't want to do that. Now, replace existing file by the name itself. It will just override. Okay. Now this is very important. Remove source file. When you will just enable this option, that means it will cut and paste. If it is disabled, then it is copy and paste. Okay, so this is the same. Now let's just see. Okay, jobs folder is empty right now. Okay, now just see. Okay, so my jobs folder have now detail one file, same file, and it is there also. But what in case I just enable this option, remove source file. So it will cut and paste. Okay, so my source folder file should not be there. Details one, it is not there, right? So it just cut it and pasted in different locations. So this is the purpose of tFileCopy and tFileExist. Okay. Similarly, tFileCopy can be used with tFileList component also. Like you want to copy multiple files from one location to another location, we can do that also. Let's check that also. So this video is completely for beginners who don't know what can be scenario with these components. For them, this video basically is. So if you know how to how to work, then it's very good. But my always motive is for beginners. So let's just see which folder have multiple files. Yeah, this one. Okay. So my requirement is that I want to copy all the files of this particular folder and want to paste in jobs. Okay. So I'm going to do that. Files, output, all files. I'm now I will be showing you I haven't provided any file mask. Now what will happen? Okay, in that case, my file name is very okay. Now I need to provide here dynamic file name, current file path. Okay, destination jobs. No, I don't want to remove source file. I just want to copy and paste. Now see. So if you want to copy multiple files from one folder to another folder, then what will happen? See, five execution because I had five. Now all five are in jobs folder now. Okay. So when I will not include any file mask, that means it will consider all type of your files there. Okay. So I hope this component is also very clear with the help of this. Now my next requirement is that first requirement is that if my file is present, that is detail one in my files folder. No, it is not there. Let me just copy. Okay, if it is there, so I'm providing now file mask. Okay, details one.xls. Okay, so by providing file mask, it will search in this particular folder with the same file name. Okay, exact file name it will search. This is the power of file mask. Okay. Now, if you want to enable case sensitive, you can do that. If you don't want, you can select as no. You know, I hope you are clear with the case sensitive. What is case sensitive? Okay. Include subdirectory. When I will enable this option, then in this particular folder, whatever the folders we have, into that, it will search into that folder also, in all folder. But if I am disabling this option, then only in this particular location, only it will search file. Okay, so this comes in that situation as a help. Okay, now I have selected my details one.xls. Now we have right now here at the bottom order by, like we have multiple files and you want to extract the file basis on some order, then you can select this options also, file name, file size, modify date in ascending or descending. So yeah, now next very important, like this file is my Excel file, right? So I need to provide here tFile input Excel file only. I cannot use any other input component because for reading data, we need input component. Okay, tFile input, all components with the tFile input, that every component read your data. Okay, so I have fetched my file. That is all right. But what I want to read data also. So it will not help you to read data. To read your data, only your input component can be helped. Okay, so I have applied here two file masks, detail one, detail two. Okay, I have only one file. Okay, detail one. So for detail two, it will not throw me error. It works as or condition. Okay. Now I have applied tFile input because I need to read the data also with the header equals to 1 and schema I provided as input. You can just see this in detail in my previous videos. Okay, day 2, day 3, day 4. Now I'm just printing my data. Let's just see what will happen, my result. So I hope now it is clear why after tFileList we are using tFile input Excel or tFile input delimited, because these components can only help you to read data, right? See, I selected this include subdirectory. That's why wherever my details one was available, it fetched all. So it has three execution. But in this particular location, I have only one file, but it went into jobs also. It have file in output also. So I'm disabling it. Okay, now I'm trying to read. So only one execution. So I hope this is clear to you. Okay. Now next thing is that tFile property. Okay, next one is tFile property. Basically, this will read your file properties. Very simple component. Some like if you want to have, what is size of file, what is file name, then it will just help you to know on component. Okay. So basically just the log row. So I hope it gave you an idea how these components work. In detail, I will be using this component in my project video. So stay tuned. Okay. So if you see here, let me provide here the file list equals to 1 current file path. Okay. If you will see, its schema is non-editable. You can see in gray color because it is non-editable. So it has absolute path, directory name, base name, its file name, mode of string means do you have access of read only, write only, what access, a size, a time string. So we will see everything. Okay, let's just run this job. So I hope all the management components are very clear to you. Okay, so see, log row 2. Absolute path, it provided you this one, directory name, only folder location, base name, your file location, mode of string. I have read and write access both, size, file size in KB, in bytes it will return you. Okay, its minimum time of extraction and its proper date. It's Thursday, 18th of August at this particular of time. So I hope this is very clear to you. Okay. My motive was to give you an idea of each component of management. Only few components left remaining, so I will update this in future videos because this video will be too long. Okay, so I hope you learned something new. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for everything.